So it's about 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon, and here I am in the comfort of my own home. So you're probably wondering why I'm here. Well, I got suspended today for the second time this year. First time it was a fight, something a little different. This time I got suspended for a reason that is completely ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous. Long story short, I've been having a dispute the past few weeks with a certain teacher. I'm not going to say who it is, and I'm not even going to identify it as male or female. You know, students and teachers don't always get along and have what they call personality conflicts. And it was kind of minor up until yesterday when this certain teacher had asked me to give my cell phone to them, and I said no. The administration got involved, and a lot of you know the story, but I'm just summing it up. And I got my cell phone taken away for the entire day instead of just the class. You know what? Was a little upset about it, might have overreacted a bit to it, but got it back at the end of the day, no big deal. But this teacher had actually called my parents, and when teachers in schools call your parents, they call your parents because they don't want to deal with paperwork, and also it's a time race. They want to get to your parents before you do, so that they'll obviously take their side, because well, the one thing schools hate dealing with is upset parents. Anyways, so I decided not to go to this particular class today that this teacher teaches, you know, after what had happened, to avoid, you know, some things. Maybe I would have gone back eventually, but no, I slept in, had a nice lunch at Tim Hortons. As the lunch bell rang and lunch commended, I'm walking to my next class, and one of the vice principals stops me again, not going to say who it is. Same nice guy, not actually that bad to deal with. You know, he said, "Jessica, can I talk to you for a minute?" And you know, I knew what it was about. I knew it was about yesterday, you know, what had happened. Just maybe going to ask me a few questions or something like that, right? But, see, last night, in reaction to what had happened, I wrote something on Facebook, and that's what it was about. Someone had actually created an alias email address with my name on it, Jessica, you know, my last name, at live.ca, not pretending to be me or anything, but just to cover themselves up. And they also used the alias of a concerned pupil. They had actually taken a screen cap of this note to make sure my picture was beside it so they could identify me. And as well, they had copy and pasted the whole thing into the email. They had emailed it to the school, and that's what it was about. And even the vice principal himself said, "Jessica, you didn't do anything illegal here." Yeah, I didn't do anything illegal. And, okay, concerned pupil. I bet you're not a concerned pupil. I bet you're not concerned. Why would you be concerned? Like, I didn't do anything to you. I'm not threatening anyone in what I had written, or in general, ever. You know, you're not a concerned pupil. You're somebody who doesn't have a life. You're somebody who is probably insecure of maybe how you yourself are doing in school, or with the way things are for you. You're insecure with something that you don't have, number one, the decency to respect other people and realize that there's a thing called freedom of speech, as long as it's not, you know, totally, you know, it's not prejudice, racist, against the law, threatening, and none of it was. And number two, the guts to, you know, tell me to my face or something that you didn't like what I had to say. I know a few people did that after what I had written. And you know, the thing is you're always talking to me about respect and what it means to be respectful. You are not being really respectful yourself here, Mr. or Mrs. Concerned Pupil. Yes, I do realize that when something's on the internet, it is not private, and but the thing is I didn't break any laws. I didn't, you know, I didn't do anything illegal or anything like that. Um, what you did was really shallow. I'm suspended for 2 days now because of you. And, you know, like, if you really got, like, no life, I don't, honestly don't get it. Like, you should try to keep, your mouth like this. I'm sorry, but you do. Like, 2 days, I'm suspended for 2 days is a lot to miss in grade 12. And it's your fault. Because you couldn't keep your mouth like this. Okay? And, this was an issue that concerned me. This happened to me. That's why I was writing about it. I was telling my story, but something that happened to me. And here are all these people telling me that what I say is irrelevant when it's not, because it happens to me. At least I'm not like all of you guys poking my nose around into other people's business. Clearly, you're not a concerned pupil. You're, whoever you are. I'll give you something to be concerned about. Whoever you are, or I don't know if you're one person. You could be 2 people. You could be 3 people. I don't know. I don't know. That's what comforts you, is that I don't know who you are. School doesn't know either. You just anonymously, said that I said this and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, you want to talk to me about respect? Have some respect yourself. I'm kind of getting sick of people finding, that they have really not that much of a life to do this kind of shit. You wanted me to get in trouble. You wanted me to get in trouble. You're not concerned about anything. You're not worried. And if you are scared of me, you don't have to be. Scared of me. You're probably scared of me now. I don't want people to be afraid of me as much as it seems like I do. We don't live in a perfect world, I realize that. It's just, you really did not, I don't think you had the right to do that. And the school didn't even want to suspend me, but unfortunately, like everyone else, they have rules to follow as well. And they had to. It's a pain in the ass for them, and it's a pain in the ass for me. And while all this might puff up in the air to the school when it's all over and done with, I still gotta deal with you. And just have the decency to mind your own business is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you're just trying